Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 12.17.2025. Current time is 06:14 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble, at Fireman Rich over there on X, where I'm at, what it says right there, social media observer, social media enthusiast. Also follow me over here on Rumble at the Fireman Rich broadcast. That's what it says down there. Okay. We want to get, but we are on a network of 7 channels. We have currently 2 people on Rumble, 1 person on Locals, nobody on YouTube yet, 3 on Twitch, nobody on Facebook, 3 on X, and over on Kick. And why do we go on Kick? Oh, just for kicks, as far as that goes. And we'll be getting to the comments here in a minute. I think we got this squared away after Monday's. We have nobody over on Kick yet. So but Rich Roberts, getting my day started here for a hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSDDD here on the Rumble, using Rumble Studios with the morning coffee. And the morning coffee is tasting great, folks. So let's see what we got here on the chat here. Starting out, Tony D. Good morning, Tony D. Tony D, he's on the YouTube side. He pops in on all of them. So I got to go over to the Facebook. And then and Tina says good morning. Double J says good morning. We have them, and I just got to go over the comments. Those are the first 3 people here. But we got Tony. Let me check my Facebook here real quick here, folks. Let's see what we got. And let's see. Yep, we got, okay, I'm liking that, Tony. Thank you very much on the Facebook. And salute to you, my friend, on the Rumble. Hashtag positive start to this day. And Mrs. said good morning to you there, sir. And we have Tony's coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. And then we have Double J's coming in from an undisclosed location in the Southern Hemisphere. Good morning, Double J's. Hope all is well with you. Tony saying hi to Double J's there, saluting him. And Tony says, "Looks like you got a hair." Yeah, I went to the barber yesterday. I had to clean up my act. No, it was getting long. It was bugging the missus too. So she said she had to do something yesterday morning. Then I went up and then I went and got a part to fix the toilet. Finally, we there's two parts. There's the stanchion that brings the water in, and then the other part that dumps the water when you pull the handle. Well, that part I bought the replacement part. I was right down there near the hardware store, so I ended up getting that and I changed that out yesterday. I was going to change it out today. I'm glad I changed it out yesterday. But when we changed it, I didn't get the tank on there square because the missus wasn't home yet. Or she was home, but it was just after I finished, and it looked like everything was fine. But then we had a leak, so we had to take the tank off, reset the fitting there, the washer on that joins the tank to the bottom. It wasn't. I think I had a little washer on one side that lifted it up a little bit, so I took that off and it evened out. And knock on wood, it's good. So I got a haircut yesterday at my barber there in Waverly. Seeing Pat and Pat, the two Pats. This is a barbershop, old school, where there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like there's 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 7 chairs in there. He has 7 barbers, but they're not all there at the same time. There's like 7 chairs. It's an old school barbershop with the old school chairs. All 6. He has some on display that are really old. They're really cool. I got to get a picture of that. I think I took a picture of it years back. But yeah, I got a haircut, and Double J saying to Tony tally ho on the Twitch, and Double J saying to Tony, "Yep, looks like Richie Rich." Okay. Yeah. I usually, this is like, it's short and tight, tight around the sides and short on top and stuff like that. So, Tony's saying hi to Tina. Oh, Tina's here. Good morning, Tina. Where the hell are you at? You just said good morning. Oh, there you are. Good morning. Good morning, Tina. And the missus says good morning to you also. Tina saying good. She's coming in from Central Jersey, our Jersey girl, saying good morning to Tony and saying hello to Double J's on the Twitch side, and Double J saying good morning to Tina, and Tony says heard in capital letters. He says, "Here the missus." Okay, and let's see. We just had some done on our yeah. We had to change the original fittings inside the 2 stanchions there. We had to change them. It's a Kohler, so it was right there at the hardware store. I should have got it when I got the other one. We had leak. We had to change the tubing. I already explained that. But the other one, it worked. But after you flushed the toilet, there's like a little seepage, and that would go. The water would come back in, so it was starting to drive the missus batty, and it wasn't. It indicated nothing was. It was working, but I wasn't going to leave that. So it was like $23 for the part. Changed it out. Had a little water leakage. But like I said, once we lift, you got to make sure that you get that tank straight down and it's evenly locked in, tightened up. So so when you tighten the nuts in, it brings it down, and that's what makes that big gasket fit and prevents the water from coming out when it's flushing through. A lot of gaskets involved in the toilet, so it's working fine. Knock on wood. It's actually working a lot better than it did before. So. And on the old fittings, and we've had this toilet for probably almost 15 years. So the water, setting water has a chance. It gels up with whatever's in the water and stuff like that. And so it gummed up the works and stuff. So the parts needed to be changed out. And let's see. Double J says, "No, looks good haircut. You cleaned up. I cleaned up good." That's what they said. I got one of these haircuts when I wore my suit this past summer, and they said, "Yeah, you clean up real good." It's like, okay. So this is the winter cut. This is just before the winter cut. So I'm gonna, I probably won't get another haircut. I think it's been about like 2.5 to almost 3 months since I got a last haircut. I let it grow. My hair doesn't grow as quick as does, so it's just but I like it like the the missus, when she gives me a haircut, she can't really do the bangs like they do at the barbershop. So Okay, Tony, thank you. Those are your picks. Thank you. I did not do the charts yesterday. I was busy doing other things and stuff like that. So I will fit that. I will. I will say who my Thursday night football. We had Monday night. Who won Monday night? Who won on Monday? Did Pittsburgh win? Yeah, Pittsburgh won. Wow, Pittsburgh won 28-15 over the Dolphins. Wow. Okay. But thank you for the picks here, Tony. I got those. Let me put those in the notes here as far as that goes. This is week 16. Week 16. And let's see, we got Tony. Let's see, Tony. And I got yours, Tina, too. I didn't acknowledge it, but I saw them in the on the X chat there. So thank you for that. So I didn't hear anything from Captain Rehab, so he's been gone. He's MIA for 2 weeks, so I'm not sure what's going on there with him. So we were talking about that. And hey, there's Tim Fan 40 coming in from Michigan. Yo, Tim Fan 40 on the YouTube side. Why aren't you on your Twitch? You got the original Tim Fan 40 on the Twitch. Oh, that's right, the commercials. Don't worry. Okay, that's fine. You're good. You're good. But hey, Tim, I fixed the toilet is completely fixed now. I went out and got the other part for the middle that when you pull the lever, it pops up and lets the water through, and it's working fine. And yeah, he's still missing in action, Tony. Yeah, I haven't heard from him. So if you haven't heard, you'd be hearing something before me because he crosses a lot of other platforms that you're on that I'm not on. And Tina saying good morning to Tim Fan 40, our resident contractor out there in Michigan. So thank you very much. Yeah, it works. It's a lot. It's different because you just push it real. It was obviously something wrong with the previous part because you had to push it hard and it flushed. But then when the thing came back down, it didn't seat right. So after like 10, 15 minutes, you could hear the water trying to refill to get to that top level, like every couple hours. So loose. And what it was, and when I changed it out, I had it all done and I'm wrenching it down. The missus came back and turned it all on. And, everything's good. After about 3 flushes, I'm going downstairs just to check everything. And all of a sudden I noticed this other water leak over here. And it's, what the hell's this? And I'm thinking it's a sink, but actually it was the water was running and then it was seeping down towards the front of the toilet and going through the floor. And what it was, a gasket, I didn't set it right. When I did it, and then when I set it the second time, the missus was watching and we got it on there square. Plus there was a little washer, a little plastic washer that was a little, like a centimeter high or an eighth of an inch thick. I had it, but I didn't have one on this side. So that probably threw it off kilter. So when I took that off and I wrenched it down evenly, no problem. Knock on wood. So, and Tina's saying good morning to Tina and Tony and on the YouTube side there. Thank you. So we had a busy day yesterday, got a haircut, and the missus was busy. She was actually, I was on this side of the county. She was on the other side taking care of some appointments that she had and such. So, but we're getting a start here and what is it? It's Wednesday. It's hump day on this 17 December 2025. And we're starting off a lot better than I listened to the replay of Monday's broadcast and I heard the music. I don't know what it just when this for some reason when the web page bunkers out or something like that, it just I didn't hear that. I was surprised. How come I didn't hear that? That was really weird and stuff. But you guys could hear it. But even though when you said there was still music on the replay, there wasn't any music. So something wasn't connecting as far as that goes. But we're doing good this morning. And we're getting a hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTDD. And we're halfway through the week, working towards the weekend and such. And the other thing I guess I did yesterday when I got done with the toilet and everything and stuff like that, I was going to lay down for a nap, but I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. I could have, And I didn't go for a walk yesterday. I got to go for a walk today. I think it's going to be a nice day today as far as that goes. And we'll get to the weather here in a minute. But yesterday, you've probably been noticing I don't post it on like X and all those other X-like platforms. I just dropped a marker here. But I am yesterday and the day before. I don't think I could get it up on Twitch, the Twitch clip. But I'm clipping and putting on YouTube Shorts, IG Stories, and is it IG Stories or is it IG Reels, or is it Facebook Reels, and also TikTok? Did I get that on TikTok? I forgot to load that up on TikTok. I have to load that up on TikTok today, because when you do a clip from on Twitch, you can send it to YouTube, you can send it to TikTok. On Instagram, you got to be a company account or something like that. So I just manually put it up on via my phone. But I'm making clips now of the thought for the day. So we'll be getting to that, and I got to be aware how I do it because I want to make sure it's under a minute. I'm clipping. I got it. I'm back into the clipping and stuff and the shorts. So, but let's see. So. And I think I've got some good traction on that. Let me see something here. Let's see what over in the shorts. I just noticed over on the YouTube, the shorts get more mileage or gets more counts than my regular live streams and stuff. Let's see content, and on the shorts. Let's see. Normally on the lives, I get anywhere from 10 to 20. Double J says, "Yep." Okay, so you notice those double J's and the shorts on YouTube, like the one yesterday. Oh man, they're getting like the last two are up in the 40 range, so that's huge. So they get more traction. I had a short back. What was it? July 29th, 2024, last year, at 443. So I'm going to do them for a little bit. If I can do them, I'm going to do them. I think doing the thought for the day would be a good start to get back into them and stuff like that. I just got to get into a routine after I do that and stuff like that. Let's see. People have such short-term memory, so average person prefers shorts. Oh, okay, yeah. So like I'm getting more than double and triple views, I guess, because the short you're just looking at it for a short time, so that hits a clicker. But you need like 2 million of them to count for monetizing on YouTube. I'm not going to get to 2 million. I think it's 2 million. Let me see. Let's see the earnings. 3 million. I got 25 valid public short views in the last 90 days, but you need 3 million to count for earnings. And let's see, what am I doing last 90 days? Yeah, I've had 396 valid public hours on YouTube. You need 3,000, so I'm not going viral. So it's no big deal. I have to laugh at that. YouTube is just a different monster. And Tina says, "Yeah, double J's. I was writing that." Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So Tina was agreeing with double J's there. She was almost going to put, and good shorts though. Keep at it. Good, you're back. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. I have some time, so it's not that much. And I figure for me the best thing is to do the thought for the day. I can clip it from here and make a short out of it because I started using it and then I dropped it for some reason. I just but I'm connected where I can dump it over onto the YouTube as a short from Twitch and also onto TikTok. And then all I do is I have my phone connected to the computer anyway, so I just move the 1 minute clip file over and load it up on over onto the phone or via the phone. Okay, let's see here. Our current. Oh, I forgot to get that. Let me put this up. Oh, we just dropped something here. Current temperature, we're at a warm 35, folks. It was nice yesterday. We had the sun out. It wasn't breezy or anything like that, and it was fairly nice. Temperatures were in the high 20s, and but there was no wind, and the sun was out, and it was nice. So we're currently at 35 degrees Fahrenheit, And that equates to, let's see, I did this wrong. 35 Fahrenheit to C, and 35 degrees Fahrenheit is 1.6 degrees Celsius. So, and let's see, Double J says, Tina, great minds think alike. There you go. There you go. So we're starting off with a fairly 35 degrees compared to the way the temperature's been around here is warm. Now, if we get some wind, that can drop anywhere from 6 to 10 degrees, depending on how much wind we have for wind chill factor. So let me check Kick here real quick. And we have 2 people over on Kick. Thank you very much. Good morning to the folks on Kick. We have 4 people on Twitch. And looks like we have nobody on Facebook, 4 people on Twitch, nobody on YouTube. What Tim Fan? Oh, we're now at 3. Then 1 person on Locals and 2 people on the Rumble. Okay, so 35. So it's going to be a fairly nice day today. That's why I'm glad I got the workout at the toilet. I can go outside and enjoy a little bit of the weather there, sit out on the back porch, maybe with the last cup of coffee this morning or something. And let's see, cloudy, high of 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Woohoo! Some people say, "Oh, 44 is real cold," but I tell you, and it's not. Yeah, exactly, Tina. And Tina says, "Lots of laughs." Double J's like minds, and as far as that goes, and I agree, Tina. It's not winter till this upcoming Sunday, and I'm already tired of the cold. Yeah, I am too. When I was at the barbershop yesterday, we talked about that, along with the win that the local high school, the Tioga Central High School Tigers won their Class D division state championship, and where the owner of the barbershop, he was at the game up at the Carrier Dome where they were playing that game, and I had to ask him. I said, I think it was in the first half or second half. No, first half. They did an onside kick, and I said, "Why did they do an onside kick?" I said, "That was just wrong." The coach was furious. The kid was the 4th person. They went. This is the 4th kid they had for a kicker, and I guess he just miscommunications and stuff. But we talked about the weather, and he said that it was 14 years ago the weather was like this, and I can't remember being this cold. I really can't. I can. And it's been cold. The icebox cold, where it's got down to single digits and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm about done with winter there as far as that goes, and as such. But we're going to have a high of 44, winds out of the west by southwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. So that 34 or that 44 might be dropping down to like 40, maybe into the high 20s, because it gets up to 10 degrees. There's a wind chill factor. Let's see. Sun will be rising this morning at 7:29. So that's 25 and 7:29, which is in about 54 minutes. 54 minutes as far as that goes. But a little less than an hour. The sun will be rising. Let's see. Do I see the grass is moving about 5 miles an hour right now. It's moving back and forth slightly, so that indicates it's 5 miles an hour. Sun will be setting at 4:36 p.m. Later this evening, and sunsets have been pretty nice this last couple. Even on the cold days, they look nice going over there. We've had some clear skies there as far as that goes. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. No, we don't want the calendar. We want the world times and temperatures as I speak. Starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:36 a.m. Cloudy skies, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 4:36 a.m. currently. Clear skies, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, clear skies at 5:36 a.m. in their morning time. Currently 37 degrees Fahrenheit, and down in the concrete jungle of New York City at 6:36 a.m. we got some cloudiness, passing clouds, a little clearing there in New York City, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It's also 6:36 here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. but in the concrete jungle, 30 degrees. So we're a little bit warmer. Oh, it just dropped. Oh no, it's still sitting at 35. Is it 30? Yeah, 35 degrees Fahrenheit. In let's see, in other locations here in the United States, let's see, we have I don't know, Tina. Oh, there's Tina's. Okay, Tina is saying down there in Central Jersey, it's going to be a high 48 today. That's good. Maybe dry some of that rain out if it hasn't already. Low of 26 down in New Jersey, Central New Jersey. Thank you, Tina. And down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, Tony D is letting us know that it's currently 34 degrees. We're warmer than you are. Wow, that's something. 34 degrees Fahrenheit down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. A high of 63. Wow, it's going to be a heat wave down there. A low of 34. So you're at your low temperature wise. Continuing with our world times and temperatures going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, UK, jolly old London, at 11:35 or 11:38 a.m. Cloudy skies, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and in Milan, Italia, mangia, mangia, mangia. It's lunchtime in Milan at 12:38 p.m. It's raining. Is that rain showers? Yeah. Okay. It's raining. It's raining. It got the little blue lines. It looks like it was in the Mediterranean. Um, raining in Milan, a beautiful city, at 12:38 p.m. in their lunchtime time there. 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In Double J's home country of India, at 5:08 p.m. in New Delhi, it is cloudy skies with some clearing, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and down in Mumbai, India, at 5:09 p.m. Cloudy skies, 86 degrees Fahrenheit there in the great country of India. And from what Double J's was telling us about Monday, that's a pretty good sized country too. A 2 hour was it? Yeah, you said it was a 2 hour flight from New Delhi to Mumbai and stuff like that. So that's a pretty. It doesn't look that big on the map, but I guess maps can be deceiving. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, at 7:39 p.m. Raining in Kuala Lumpur with the temperature of 79 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan, at 8:39 in their evening, clear skies in Tokyo, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on a great continent, great country, and great friends and allies to the United States of America. In Melbourne at 10:39 p.m., cloudy skies with a little clearing, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And off to the east in Sydney at 10:40 p.m. in their evening, clear skies in Sydney, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are world times and temperatures as I speak. So it should be a nice day. Let's see what we got here. We do have a thought for the day, and I believe it is a good one. Let's see, let me get to this. We do have a thought for the day from Albert Einstein, a theoretical physicist, German born, and who revolutionized physics with his theory of relativity. And his quote and our thought for today goes as follows: your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. So what did he mean by that? Well, your imagination isn't just fantasy, it's a powerful tool, a preview showing what you can create, guiding your future action and revealing what's possible before it happens, acting as a blueprint for your life's coming attractions. That's a good one. Thank you, Albert Einstein. God bless and Godspeed. Okay, I think that was under a minute. We'll see. We'll clip it afterwards and stuff like that. Let me see, where was that at though? Got to get a time benchmark. That was right around 30 minutes. Okay, I'll find it and stuff. It just let's see, our national day for today for November, December 17th. Let's see. Say It Now Day. Okay. Not sure what that's about. National Maple Syrup Day. That's great. I love maple syrup on pancakes. No, we're going to, let's see. Let's see. Double J says it's weird in the southern half here. Summer hasn't set in yet, like the real warm Okay, yeah, because you're the southern hemisphere. You guys are in the summer. We're in the northern hemisphere, so we're so it hasn't set in yet. Okay, that's pretty. Well, it's still fall. Weather has its ups and downs there, Double J's, but that's interesting. And Tina says yes, a good one as far as what our thought for the day from Albert Einstein. Yeah, he always has good ones. Your imagination, a preview. It's when you use your imagination, almost pre-planning what you want to do. But then we've had quotes where you got to act on that notion there, as far as your imagination. Let's see. We're going to go for the National Day because it is this is a very important day that I feel is an important day, and that's hashtag Wright Brothers Day. The Wright brothers, they're the ones here in the United States on December 17th. Um, on this day is the anniversary of the first flight. By presidential proclamation, December 17th is Wright Brothers Day. Each year, a proclamation invites the people of the United States to observe this day with appropriate ceremonies and activities. This is groundbreaking back in the day. The U.S. Code directs that Wright Brothers Day commemorates the first successful flight in a heavier-than-air mechanical propelled airplane. Orville and Wilbur Wright made the first successful flight on December 17th, 1903, near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Now, there is controversy and whatever that there was somebody else that did it before the Wright brothers, but for me, the Wright brothers, they got it done on December 17th. Wasn't that long of a flight either. It was only if anybody has ever seen a C-5 aircraft, how big it is. It's one of the largest cargo planes of the United States Air Force. The distance that they flew was no longer than the cargo bay area. So it's huge, but you're thinking, oh, they flew for a mile. No, they didn't fly that far. While other inventors created planes that flew, Orville and Wilbur invented the first mechanical propelled airplane. Those inventors who came before them inspired the Wright brothers in many flights. So the difference, people flew and they were like gliders or something like that, but this is the first powered flight with an engine, okay, heavier than air. From a young age, Orville Wright and his brother, who built bicycles, developed a fascination with flight, inspired by a rubber band propelled helicopter created by the inventor Alphonse Pénard. The brothers dedicated their life to the invention. The first found success manufacturing bicycles included the Van Clair and the St. Clair. They never lost interest in flight and continued to develop their designs. By 1902, the future aviators were making progress with their gliders and nearly a successful mechanical flight. They sold their bicycle business and on December 17th, 1903, achieved their goal. And they actually sold aircraft to the Army Air Corps. That's the predecessor to the United States Air Force as far as that goes. And I think Teddy Roosevelt was the first president to fly in an airplane, and it was driven by, I think it was one of the Wright brothers flew it. So that's our National Day today. So that was a good one. Very good one. Let's see. Yesterday we did we had a Christmas special of the Tioga Radio Show yesterday. That's what I did, and I posted it up, the link over there on my X Live and all the other platforms that I'm on. And let me see something here. Let's get rid of that. And so let me bring that up. This is on my YouTube. or no, it's on my Twitch or X. There's my X live, and you can see I changed up the picture a little bit with a Merry Christmas. So it does have a Christmas theme. This is over on at Fireman Rich. You know, I'm Rich Roberts, but my X handle is at Fireman Rich, and what we have over there is some great music tracks. Check it out. There's the link right there, and as far as there I am with the headset, Tioga Radio Show, and a Merry Christmas. And the songs are pretty much okay. There's the page right there. Let's see. Let's go to profile. There's the profile for the page. And it's at mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. Okay. And that's the Mixcloud page. And you can see that there's I had fun with this. I'm up here every two. We have one more for this month, and that's the 30th. But this one, the 16th, I haven't done a Christmas special in a while. So the Christmas special, we had songs. Let me go down the song list. We started out with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That's a great. I love that song. Music. Wizards of Winter, I should say. Then Bruce Springsteen with Santa is Coming to Town. This is a great one. Queen, Thank God It's Christmas. And then I had the Ronnie James duo with Tommy Lamar, Rudy Sarzo, and Simon Wright with God Rest Ye Old Men. That's a heavy metal song right there. Then the Eagles with Please Come Home for Christmas. Then Sammy Kaye, that's a instrumental with Carol of the Bells. And Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Christmas All Over Again. And then it's not Christmas. It's for me, Christmas, there's real meaning to Christmas when I hear this song from the Vincent Guaraldo Trio, and that's a Charlie Brown Christmas. So that's over there on Mixcloud, as far as that goes. And as far as, let's see, mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. I had fun with that. That's great fun. And some great tunes over there too, folks. And it's a great play. I've been doing this for years and stuff. I don't get any traction over here, but I have fun doing it. That's why I keep on doing it. It's all about the fun and stuff. I pretend that I'm a hashtag wannabe radio DJ. So there we go. Okay, we're all set for our 100 years ago. We're at 38. What am I missing? Let's see. We did. Wow. Am I ahead of schedule here? Usually we're at like 45, 50 minutes. I guess I wasn't as long-winded as I was on the Monday. Okay, let's see. Let me just check, seeing we got some time. Okay, the audio's going good. And we got 4 people on Rumble, 1 person on Local, nobody on YouTube, 4 people on Twitch, nobody on Facebook. We got 4 people on X Live, and I do appreciate it, because I don't take it lightly that you viewers, because we still have 2 people on Kick. Thank you, Kick. You guys are taking a little bit of your time this morning to watch this knucklehead go yep. And I know sometimes it's the same, but I like this format. This format is great as far as broadcasting, and I just got to do more of it. But it just, since I've been retired for 2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years. It just seems like I'm just remembering when I was working, I was doing this and other things, and it just seemed like time was short then. But now it's just, I guess I'm just more relaxed, and it's like, oh, I want to do that. Okay, we'll do that. But it just seems like the day goes by so quick as far as that goes. I did get a text yesterday. I guess the guys I used to work with at the day job, I guess they're getting together at a local pub here. And the guy that took over for me as the lead for my department, for the day shift, he goes, yeah, we're having the annual Christmas party it's just a hole in the wall. So it's a good excuse to hook up. I haven't seen these guys in a couple months, so I'll be going over there tomorrow. So as far as that goes. And let's see, Tina, it does go by quick for me too. Oh, the day does the days go by quick? They seem like they almost go by quicker, don't they, Tina? It's just like I'm wondering, man, I didn't really do that much. What was that? It's because we're old. Oh, the missus says it's because we're old, Tina. And Tina agrees with that, saying yes. As soon as, like yesterday, I got done with the toilet, and it's like, okay, I can take a nap or do this, but the day is half over and stuff. And Tina's laughing at that. So yeah, it's funny. You don't notice it until you sit back and say, wait a minute, this day is almost over with. And it's like, what did I do today? Okay, I went and got a haircut. I went. The time it's all good fun though. It's all good as far as that goes. Believe me, I'm not complaining about being retired. No, I'm really enjoying it as far as that goes. Let's see. But I'm going to be hooking up with the guys I worked with. We get together every couple months, and it's been about 2-3 months, I think. And as far as that goes, and we should have a good time and be able to, throw back a beer with them and stuff like that, and that'll be good. Tina says, I was thinking we're getting old, but don't want to say. Yeah, there we go. We don't want to say. Yeah. Though the missus, she say, hey, we're just getting old. We can't do things like we used to and stuff like that. That's the reality and stuff. I'm still able to snow throw. I don't know about shoveling all this, the driveways and side. I can do the sidewalks, but the driveways, I used to shovel it. I'm just glad I got that snow thrower. And I was even mentioning the other day to the missus, I said, we might have to invest in a new snow thrower or snow plow, because when we get some snow here, we can get some heavy snow, and I'm not going to be shoveling it. That's for sure. Unless I absolutely have to, but those days are coming down to a limit, where because you got to be careful when you shovel snow. And we've had, I've used a snow thrower at least 3 times. We had 3 storms where I've used it so far. So that's more than I've ever done in December. Usually I don't start pulling it out until like the end of December or beginning of January, the snow thrower. So, okay, let's see. We're going to do 100 years ago over there on Fox 40. Full disclosure, I have no association with the webpage or the Fox 40. I present their 100 years ago here to sort of present to give the viewers here an idea of what it was like 100 years ago here in the southern tier of upstate New York. It's a good piece that we've been doing. We do this over on the audio podcast also, the audio version. We just listen to the audio. I play the video, and just when we do the audio is just being recorded. So, but Roger Luther is the Broome County historian that presents this, telling us the various things that happened 100 years ago as of December 15th, which was this past Monday. So let's go ahead and bring that up, and we'll go ahead and give that a listen here. So let me drop my camera and see what the young lady has to say.
And tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. Delivering that news for us now is Broome County historian Roger Luther, brought to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, on Sunday, George F. Johnson presented a check for $14,000 to the Primitive Methodist Church on Ackley Avenue in Johnson City to cancel the church debt. 150 members and guests of the Amhertalian Benevolent Association attended the formal opening of their new clubhouse at 65 Carroll Street Saturday night. Watch for the flag at Recreation Park. For the last 2 days, park officials have been flooding the football field with water in an effort to form an ice field. Now, whenever the flag is raised, it will indicate that the skating conditions are good. Binghamton's Common Council is considering an ordinance to set aside certain streets for sledding during designated hours. And finally, according to a leading electrical expert of this city, illuminating the exterior of houses with colored lights for Christmas is now the latest fad. And that was the news December 15th, 1925.
Oh my God, that's great. The latest fad. That's when they had everybody's into the lights now. That's not a fad. It's just a thing they do now. But back then, it was the latest fad as far as putting up Christmas lights, and they probably had some big light bulbs too. Oh, that's something, isn't it? And she's laughing at that one. That's funny. There's always a zinger at the end on these as far as that goes. And but let's see. Again, I mentioned it before. George F. Johnson, that's Johnson City is named after him. That it goes to show that he cut a check for $14,000 for the Primitive Methodist Church on. I wonder if that church is still there. Let me check here real quick. Let me do a Google search as far as to see if that church is still there. And yeah, it's still there. It's still there. The Methodist Church in Johnson City. It's still there. Oh, let's see. Let's see. We get a picture of it. Where is it at? Oh, there it is, right there. Let me bring this up. There's the church right there. That's the church that they were talking about on Floral Ave. So this is in Johnson City. This is the Methodist church that they were talking about. This is 125 years later, or 100 years later, from 1925 to 2025. There's the church, and it still stands in the same location. It's still an active church as far as that goes. And there it is, Primitive Methodist Church. 100 years later, the church is still, it looks like it's had some update. Those are updated bricks right there, but they have the service on Sunday at 9:30, and there it is, JCP mchurch.com. And so that's Johnson City right there on the corner. So it's a nice little church as far as that goes. So it just they're not just making this stuff up, but Fred Johnson, George Johnson was a very generous man back in the day. He was a pillar of the community, and that $14 in 1925 to 2025 US dollars equated to be $14,000 in 1925 was the same buying power, approximately 259,000 to 270,000 in 2025. So he gave almost $250,000 to this church. And why did he give it to him? To pay what kind of church? They must have had some heavy bills. Was it to cancel the church debt? The church had a whole lot of debt. So that goes to tell you how much he gave $250,000 back in 1925 to get. And let's see, you had 150 members of and guests at the American Italia, that's Italian club, attend the formal opening of their new clubhouse on 68 Carroll Street. Let's see where this is at. Let me see if I can get a Google on this one. Let's see. 68 Carroll Street, Binghamton. Is it still here? Unless that's it. I don't know. Looks like it's a parking lot. It's not there anymore. I'm just seeing a parking lot. I'm not going to bring up a parking lot, though. Let's see. Let's see MapQuest. It doesn't show anything. It just shows a parking lot. So the church is there, but the Italian club they probably moved to a different location as far as that goes. So, but the church is still there. And then what else? Finishing up the recreation, the watch for the flag at Recreation Park. I guess if it was flying, that indicates skating conditions are good. They freeze. They're trying to, make an ice skating ring there. And then the Common Council back then was considering ordinance to set aside certain streets. And they have some streets that have a good hills to use those streets as a sledding. during designated hours, so to keep the people off them and stuff like that. But I gotta say that finally, the leading electric experts of the city said illuminating the house with colored lights is now the latest fad. They created the latest fad back in 1925. Okay, so that was a good one. That was a fun one as far as that goes. So what do we got here? Let me. We got a little cleanup over on the Twitch side. So let me go. I like this auto mod on Twitch. It works out really good. I'm really used to it now, because I just got to do 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks, and they're gone, along with their comments. That was blocked. Okay. So they get blocked and banned still. I still do that with a smile. See you later. Okay, so okay, Tina. Yeah, we're at the top of the hour, 7:02. I'm going to go ahead and get some coffee, refresh my coffee cup here. So let me go ahead and bring this up. And Tina says she's going to go over and see Hal over there on wherever he's at right now. I think he's probably over on. He's not on Twitch. He must be on Facebook or TikTok or something like that, because I think 7:30 is on Twitch, and then at 8 o'clock he's on YouTube. Oh, Facebook. Okay, thank you, Tina. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, we'll see you later. Thanks for being here. Have a good day. And we're going to go ahead and take this into we'll be right back mode. And I need to get some more coffee here, because I think I'm just about out. Yep. I have to get some more coffee here. So we're going to go ahead and we will be right back. And it'll be just a couple minutes. So you just hang in there, and we'll see you in a couple minutes. And we're doing, what are we doing for a song here? Oh, Bubblegum Ball Game. We're back here on this 12.17.2025 for the Wednesday morning coffee for 12.17.2025. I got the title right. At Rumble Video Broadcast. I am Rich Roberts, your host here at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, at Fireman Rich over on X, and all those other platforms I'm on. Just Google at Fireman Rich. I'm on a host of other platforms. I think it's like 9 or 10, maybe 11, at least 9 or 10 now that I can think that I post. But we are on a network of 7 platforms. We have one person on Rumble, one person on Locals, nobody on YouTube, 5 people over there on Twitch, and we have nobody on Facebook, 5 people on X, and over on Kick. Just for kicks, we still have, let's see, do we have 2 people or nope? We only have one person. Okay, so that's usually what we have there, just 1 or 2 people. We get 2 people, and then then we get one person. So that's how we're on 7 channels here, seven platforms as far as that goes, and we always have fun with it. And okay, there you are. You showed up, Tim. Yep, I see that. You're on the YouTube. There you go. You came back, Tim Fan 40. And we have Big Juice in the house. Good morning, Big Juice on the Twitch. Good morning, Big Juice. Glad to have you here. And thank you for being here, coming in from the Buckeye State. And I hope all is well with you today. And let's see. I got my hair cut, Rich, now. I got my hair cut, Rich. Now I'm all ready for... Yeah, I got mine too. See? Short and tight all around. What I noticed, though, is that I get this indentation right here with the headsets as far as it goes. So I got my haircut too. I needed a haircut and stuff, which is good because you weren't here when I talked about this in the first half of the broadcast. Tomorrow I'll be going out meeting the guys that I used to work with at the local pub here for a few drinks, and that should be good. And they the guy, my good friend, and he was a good guy for me. He took over for my position when I retired, and he was well qualified, almost more qualified than me, I guess. And he's an ex-Navy guy, and he jokingly said, "Yeah, we're having our annual Christmas party." But there's like 7 or 8 guys I work with. They about every 2 or 3 months they decide, well, let's go to this bar and be a gathering. We call it the gathering, and I got the text yesterday as I was getting home from getting a haircut and going to the hardware store. And I looked at it, it's like, oh, okay. And I gave him a big thumbs up. Yep, I'll be there. Yeah. Just maybe it might be a Christmas party for the company. Who knows? It'll be free drinks. No, I'll have a beer or 2 and stuff like that. It's always good to touch base with the guys. I gotta confess, since I've retired, there's been a few times where I've had the urge just to give them a call, but they're on duty and I know they're busy. I know what they do and they're busy, and it's just like, and then when they're done, a lot of the guys they have that worked under me when I was there, they have kids and stuff like that. So it's just so it's a real treat hearing from them as far as that goes. So let's see. Big Juice says, what about the new guy that came in after you guys? You can tell them how you guys did it back in the day. I think the guys that are at the day job, there's a transition going on right now. There's a new supervisor that used to be. I remember when he first came in into the department. He's now the supervisor. He's like a manager, but he's not a manager because there's a manager over him, and there's a project manager over that person and stuff like that. And then under the supervisor, each shift has a lead. I was a lead. I ended up by default. I became the lead. I think 3 years after I started, I applied for a lead position, and I didn't get it because the person that did get it, and this was for an off shift, which was probably just as well I didn't get it. I stayed on first shift, and I was a fill-in lead. And by default, when the guy that was over me. He was my mentor when I was there. I learned a lot from him. He left, and they said, "Rich, you're the senior guy, so you got it." So it was just a matter of. But when I applied for it, I didn't get it, and there's a guy that came in. He came in from another department, and I had more time in the department than he did, but he had more time in the company. I had like 3 years, 4 years in that department, but he had 7 years in another department, but he had more years in the company. And I'd like, that sucks. I'm more qualified. I had a 2-year degree. This guy didn't have a 2-year degree, but he had more time in the company. So it's one of those things. It's like, and then I just said, screw, I'll just be the worker bee and stuff like that. So, but yeah, there's a transition where that's probably the guy that took over for me. He is he's we call the big toe. If you ever seen Stripes with Bill Murray, who was that sergeant's name? Sergeant Hokel. He was the big toe. He was the leader. So I was the big toe there for 17 years. Well, no, out of the 17 years, I was the big toe for about 13 or 14 years there, as far as that goes. Oh, he's the big toe. Yeah, the other guy is the big toe. He's a good friend of mine, and he's really good, qualified guy, very qualified. And so I had no problems. And that's how I was in the service. When I left the service, the base I was at, when you retire from the Air Force, if you've done your job, you got people under you. Those people that you trained and led, they succeed, and it's the same case in civilian sector sometimes if you take that serious and stuff. But at any rate, we'll be meeting up for drinks tomorrow there to play catch up and stuff like that. So they're gonna probably, what have you been doing to keep busy? I said, yeah, I got a broadcast. I can do live stream. I do a podcast. I said, what the hell is that? They don't get into it that much and stuff like that. But I have fun with it. It keeps me busy, along with other things. Hey, Thamer, coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. How you doing, Thamer? Glad to have you here. Good to have you here. Hope all is well there in Saudi, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and wish you well. And happy holidays. I'm going to say Merry Christmas. As far as that goes, I'm sure Saudi doesn't celebrate Christmas, but they must, some people do. But glad to have you here. Big Jew says, tell him you would like to come back. No, that's not, no, scratch that. You can put a line through that part. Tell them you want to come back. I need the I don't need the exercise. I got to see what I don't have to. Every time we meet, they ask me without me even saying, when are you going to come back? I'm not saying I left a hole, because the guy that took over for me, he filled that hole, no problem. But it had a little bit of it didn't disrupt anything and stuff like that. But they know what I'm capable of doing, because I think I did it fairly well from what I was told for 17 years by the project manager. Let's see, how many inches of snow? Well, we got 3 inches about 2 weeks ago, and then last week we got another inch. So we've had about 4. There's snow on the ground right now. I don't know. You can probably see. No, that's a reflection. I don't know if you can see. There's no snow on the trees now. That's all melted and stuff. It'll probably be melted. We're supposed to have a nice day today, in the 40s today, and it's supposed to be really nice. We're going to get some rain tomorrow. Oh my God. Look what the cat dragged in. Captain Rehab.
Hello, Captain Rehab.
Holy crap, Richard, Captain Rehab. And he says, good morning to the missus. We were concerned about you, buddy.
Yeah.
Holy crap. How you doing, my friend? Captain Rehab is in the house saying good morning to the missus. And Captain Rehab saying to Big Juice, Rich does his walk and finger exercise for the keyboard for... Where have you, is everything okay with you, Captain Rehab? You missed 2 weeks already on the football thing. So I was concerned after a week. You didn't answer any of your, let me check. I sent you a couple messages there on the Whisper. So you must have.
I was
Mrs. was worried. No, it's good seeing you. I hope all is well, though. I really do. Sincerely. I really sincerely hope all is well, because we talked about, and if Tony D is still here, let's see. Hey, Captain finally woke up from his slumber party. Yeah. Oh, it's been busy. Okay. That's all you have to say then. Okay. Because I do hope all is well, because we're, you know how he had us a little concerned. Not worried yet. I don't get worried. Well, the missus was worried because. So it's just like you're a regular here, and then when you don't see somebody, it's like, well, what's going on? So just to let you know, good to see you, my friend, coming in from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Let's see. Big Jew says he's working in the North Pole. Very busy time. Okay, all right, maybe he's not letting on. Very good to see you though, Big Captain Reed. Captain Rehabs. Just kidding. Yeah, there we are. We missed you. I can honestly say we missed you as far as the thing. I'm sorry to say you're 2 weeks behind though. So you dropped a couple spots on. I don't know if you still want to take part in the football thing. If you do, just send me. You can give me your picks for week 16. And that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to do the sports. Let's do the sports. Captain Rehab just reminded me to do the sports. Let's see. In NBA action, Monday night, the Celtics lost to the Pistons 115-105. My first basketball game, I saw the Celtics beat the Pistons back in 1981 when I was up there at Hanscom Field outside Boston. Oh, he finally got released. No, don't. No, stop that, Big Juice. Always with the freaking negative thing. He's just joking, Captain Rehab. You know that. Let's see. So that was Monday, and then they had the finals. And the finals between the Spurs and Knicks. I guess the tournament was the NBA Cup they had going on, but the Knicks beat the Spurs 124-113 for this. The schedule just looked off. So that's what it was, is the NBA Cup. They have an NBA Cup, a tournament in between. Let's see. Today we're going to have the Cavaliers play the Bulls there. The Big Juice's Cleveland Cavaliers. Tomorrow we have the Knicks playing the Pacers. The Brooklyn Nets are playing the Heat. And let's see. Is Boston playing? No, and Philly isn't playing. That's what's his name? Oh, Phillies and Knicks are playing Friday and stuff, and Celtics are playing the Heat on Friday, and we'll talk about that Friday. NHL action. In NHL, let's see. Big Juice says Cavs ain't looking so good this year. They had a run last year. Well, let me see, Big Juice. Cavaliers are sitting number 7. Pistons are number 1. Pistons are number 1? Wow. Okay, Knicks are number 2. Celtics are down to number 4. Sixers are number 6 in the Eastern Conference. I don't care about the Western Conference. I just like the Eastern Conference teams. But let's see, NHL action. Monday night, the Rangers lost to the Ducks. And that's it for that. Last night, you had the Rangers losing to the Canucks. Islanders lost to the Red Wings. The Bruins beat Mammoth. Philadelphia Flyers won against the Canadiens. That's a big game right there. Canadiens, Flyers, they're 2 good teams. I know that. Let's see. And the Sabres did not play. And are they playing today? No, none of those teams are playing today. So we'll pick up on the follow-up. Let's see. In the division, Eastern Division, Red Wings are number 1 in the Atlantic. Hurricanes are number 1 in the Metropolitan. Oh, Islanders are number 2 there. Sabres are last in their division. And where's the Philly team? Oh, Philadelphia is behind. They're number 3 in the Metropolitan. Okay, football. Last night, Monday Night Football, the Steelers They're still winning 28-15 over the Dolphins, and that keeps them in the lead in the AFC North, a game ahead of the Ravens. So they might make it to the playoffs. I guess Aaron Rodgers had a good game there, and as far as that goes, I think we already gave the scores Monday. Let's see. Week 16 starts tomorrow night. We got the Rams and Seahawks. I'm making my Thursday night prediction. Sorry. I miscue. For Thursday night football, my pick for tomorrow night is going to be I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I think Donaldson's doing a good job up there. I think he's going to I think in that division, that's the NFC. In the NFC, the Rams are first, but the Seahawks are right behind them. They're tied, and I think this is in Seattle, so I'm going to be picking the Seahawks over the Rams for tomorrow. I don't have the charts. I'm going to update them today to present them Friday, and then that's where I'm going to make the rest of my picks on Friday. So Captain Rehab, again, I don't know if you are still interested in still being in the win-loss thing, because you're 2 weeks behind. So that when I calculated, I think you're going to drop down to where you're with Tina and me in the losers bracket there, as far as that goes. So that's up to you. You can whisper. Check your whispers. I sent you a couple there as far as a couple weeks ago and stuff, but I figured something was going on. You were busy. Like I said, it's very good to see you popping in as far as that goes. And, you said you're busy, so I know you're dealing with real world things and stuff like that, job, family, and all that. So, but I hope you're doing good, sir. So don't be a stranger as far as it goes, because even Tony says he hasn't seen you. Those platforms that you and Tony are on, I don't go on, and Tony says, no, you don't want to get on there, Rich. I don't think I'd be able to keep up it. But he says we were mentioning this past Sunday's Bell Kings Fantasy Football in the green room. We were talking, and I said, yeah, has anybody seen or heard from Captain Rehab? Because like I said, you're a regular for a couple broadcasters. So we do hope, and like I said, the missus, you're probably the first person other that other than some of the people I know, streamers like Tony and a couple other people there, Michael Bathurst and stuff. There's some other people I'll just leave behind. I just don't want to deal with them anymore. But I there was a genuine concern. I can honestly tell you that and stuff like that. So it's good to hear and stuff, because you, like I said, you bring something to the broadcast here, and so and the thing is, real world stuff. He does tow a boat gently down the stream. Maybe no. Well, just like you, Big Juice. If I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks, I'm going to say, has anybody heard from Big Juice? You guys are regulars here. You don't pop in every day, but you pop in enough that where you're considered a regular. So I do get a little concerned about that, because I've known Captain Rehab since HAPS. I think I've known you online here for at least a year plus, I believe, or coming up on a year plus. So I want those little subtle things. There's other broadcasters, they don't do that, and it's a shame. But the thing is, if you're a broadcaster, you got thousands and thousands of followers. I could see that, but I'm not a big time broadcaster. I know where I am. I know my own lane as far as that goes, and I've done something here that I truly enjoy doing and stuff like that.
Gonna make a joke. His lane is not cleaning the house.
My lane is not cleaning the house, and it's the missus there. No longer than that. I'd say. Oh, is it 2? Yeah, I was going to go on 2 years. Yeah, I think you've been here at least 2 years. Yes, Big Juice. I believe so. Yeah, I do believe that. I think I hooked up with you because I think, were you on Liam's broadcast there too? I know you're on other broadcasts and stuff like that. So, but I do appreciate the the viewership as far as that goes. It means a lot and stuff like that. But I notice these things on the regulars because I'm concerned. It's just like if you were my next door neighbor and I didn't see you for once. What happened? I just knocked on the door. Is everything okay and stuff? It's like this is the neighborhood, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood with Fireman Rich. Okay, let's see. We're going to go into the second half here as far as that goes. And let's see. We're going to go ahead and do some look at some web pages here, and want to again stress the fact that the web pages are of entities that let's see. Big Juice says, yeah, I think Lamb raided you one day, and I've been here raising hell. Okay, that's true. Yeah, I think that's what I can always associate. Like Captain Rehab. I've known him since HAPS. Okay, so he's been a regular and broadcasts on people from HAPS and stuff like that. And with Lamb, he was. I don't know how I met Lamb. Oh, I think it was through Walt. Yeah, Walt. Yeah. So. But you give me conversation. I talk about you guys with the missus, and sometimes she says, just shut up about the live streaming stuff. It's like we have fun. I that's what it's all about. It's having fun here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and present some web pages here, and these web pages that I do present, like we already did one, Fox 40. I have no affiliation. WEBO, we have nothing on WEBO, but that's a web page that I go to. No affiliation with that radio station. We will be going to WNBF News Radio 1290, and let's see, the Whale WAAL 99.1 to look at their web page. How come CBS isn't up there? Wait a minute. Did I skip one? Hang on for a minute. WBNG. What happened to WBNG? Okay, there's WBNG. Oh, WBNG's there. Okay. Here's WBNG, which is Channel 12 CBS affiliate. The Whale, Channel 34 here in Binghamton. WENY, which is ABC affiliate out there in Elmira to the west here. Channel 18's webpage. The Penny Saver. 92.5 KGB, KISS 104, which is the same as WNBF, sister station. And then we got a couple channels up there in Buffalo area, 106.5 we look at. Buffalo's number one for New Country, as well as we got ads there. We got to shut that down here. We look at 93.7 WBLK, but same stories as 106 there. And let's see, we're going to look at the official radio station of the Buffalo Bills, WGR 550, and this 1440 webpage. I have no affiliation with any of these web pages. I look at them. I'm a consumer of their information there, and I present it here to give there's stories that pertain to the southern tier of upstate New York, to give my viewers and my listeners an idea what it's like here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where is my home and where I've lived for since I got out of the Air Force. And I grew up here. Me and the missus grew up here. And so let's go to Fox 40 first to see what's going on there. Let's see. Oh, we got the trolley coming back to Binghamton. This is an annual thing. Mayor Cram announces details of Fill the Trolley toy drive at Recreation Park. Let's see what this is about.
The city of Binghamton.
Okay, just a minute. We'll bring it.
The city of
Okay, just a minute. This is interesting story. They have it's a trolley, but it's a trolley that's on a bus chassis, I guess. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Let's bring this one up. This is on Fox 40. Again, all these web pages, I am not affiliated with any of these web pages that we're about to present, but it gives you an idea. This is something that's happening in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live. So let's check this one out here.
The city of Binghamton is looking to help families in need this Christmas as Mayor Jared Cram announces a Fill the Trolley toy drive this Saturday. The drive takes place at Rec Park in Binghamton from 5 to 7 p.m. where residents can drop off new or gently used toys. The drive is put together by the city of Binghamton in partnership with Foma Insulation. Each toy donated this year is going to the Broome County Toys for Tots. Binghamton police officer and president of Toys for Tots, Chris Marshall, says he's excited to partner with the city to provide good for the local community.
It's a great event. We're excited to have a partnership with Foam and Insulation in the city of Binghamton and have all the residents come out and enjoy a great evening and help support Broome County Toys for Tots by bringing a new toy.
So the Binghamton Police Department, they're doing the Toys for Tots. They're going to fill the trolley up with gifts. I think some of the radio stations, they get a Winnebago from one of the trailer retailers, and they say fill up the Winnebago with for food drives and toys. So, but this is Toys for Tots, and so that's a good thing. That's pretty good as far as that goes. And that trolley there, it's just you can see it's sort of to that's the one that goes around the city of Binghamton, as far as that goes, to sort of give that 1925 atmosphere and stuff like that. So Big Juice says, so you did marry your hometown sweetheart, Rich? No, I met the missus after I got back in '85. It was February '85 I met her, and then there was a bunch of us that got together. My best friend's wife at the time was trying to fix us up, and I think that summer a bunch of us, we all got together. I was stationed at Griffiss Air Force Base just north, about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of here in Rome, New York, and I would come down here to visit my best friend and his wife in Tioga County. And they had this event called the Appalachian Field Day. So we got there and we all went. It was a group of us, and the missus was there. And I think, I was just fearful asking her out and stuff like that. And I think you've heard this story before. It was that year. It was, I think it was right around end of November, December of '85 that up at Griffiss Air Force Base, we were just finishing an egress exercise, practicing taking a pilot out of an aircraft, simulated training session, and I was the lead rescue guy. I'm usually the lead crash guy that goes in with the hand line stuff, but the assistant chief there, Pete, he wanted me to be. And it's the only time I've ever done a rescue. I said, yeah, I've never done rescue. I never was into that. I always liked being on the crash truck or the pumper. As far as holding the hand line, or I was a crew chief, so and station captain. So he wanted me to do it. It was on the it was a Delta Dart, the F-107s. They don't fly them anymore. They're older than dirt. But we're wrapping up, and then we got a call to one of the B-52 hangars where there was smoke. The alarm came in, so we went there, went in the hangar. There's smoke coming on out of this big hangar area that was inside, because these B-52 hangars, I can't explain. They're huge. You could put 5 houses inside one of these places, and they got like a whole bunch of them up there because Griffiss was a B-52 base. But inside there was a hangar, a mini hangar that had the Aero Club, so they'd open up the big doors and but this particular B-52 hangar was modified to where it had workshops and all that. But one half of it, they had the aircraft for the Aero Club. Well, there was that was night, and we got there, and the trucks were on the outside. Rescue went to the front to check the panel. Yep, we have it in this section. We went to that section because they have a big, long hallway, and they have like these big hangars attached to it. So we went to the one where the smoke was, and we saw the smoke coming out. And I'm radioing Pete, the assistant chief. I said, Pete, we need to get hand lights. we got visible smoke, and it's okay. We're working on that. So they're bringing hand lines in, and this dumbass that got off one of the crash trucks come wandering. Oh, what do we got here? And he just opens it up, and I go no, and I just jump over this side. I have my air pack on, and I'm laying there, and I'm looking at this. Like, this smoke just rolls out, but I'm thinking it's going to be a big explosion or something like that. I thought my ass was in a hangar or in a my my ass was in the grass there or something like that, along with my partner there. The kid's name was George Rutovich. He got pissed off because I was crewing, and he should have been crewing. But at that time, it was probably December of '85. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, the first thing my thought in my head was, I got to get something going on with that girl down in Tioga County, the missus. Almost said her name. And when I got off a shift that morning, I called my best friend's wife, and she was surprised. And I said, do you have the missus's phone number and stuff? And she goes, oh yeah. She was all excited and stuff. And I knew as soon as I hang up, my ears buzzing. She's already calling her. Say, you're gonna get a phone call from Rich. Never looked back. We dated, and then we got married, and never looked back. It's been great. So I didn't think she was interested in me, but I guess found out she was. She said I was okay and stuff. I just thought she was above my head as far as it goes. So we've been married 39 years. So never looked back, and it's been a great journey and continues to be a great journey. So she wasn't really per se my hometown. Because we grew up in Tioga County, but we grew up in different towns. Oh, did she give you the goosebump? Yeah. No, she did. She didn't ask me out. I asked her out. No, I asked her out. As far as that goes, I called her up later that afternoon, and or it was later after. I knew she was working. I knew where she worked, so I knew what time she got off. So it was after she got off. And this is before we had cell phones, folks. So I had to wait until I knew she got home to call her. Tina, you're back. What happened to Hal? Is he up? He's not around? We're just going. We just got our first story in here. And Tina saying good morning to Steve. That's Big Juice there from Buckeye State. Okay, let's see what else we have on Fox 40 here. Oh, he only did Facebook. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we have here. He only did the Facebook. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything else on Fox 40? Oh, we did the trolley. No, we went to no, I went to she went to high school here in Tioga. I went to high school downstate when because I lived here until 73. And Big Juice saying good morning to Tina. And Big Juice asking, did you both go? No, we didn't. The family, I was just before I started high school. This was in 73. The family was moved down. My father had a transfer when he worked for IBM to go downstate, and I lived in down there in Orange County, and I went to high school down in Orange County, New York. And I was the country. I felt like the country miles going, and that's where I entered the service. I always considered Tioga County my hometown, though. I grew up here. I was born in Minnesota. The family came here in 1963. I was just a young lad there. Dumb sidekick of my older brother, I guess you could say. And then in 1973, my father took he moved downstate. We moved downstate here in New York. And I always said I was going to come back and live in Tioga County here. And I did after I spent 20 years in the Air Force. Because I entered the Air Force downstate in Orange County. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we have on Fox 40 here. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, let's go to WEBO. There's nothing on WEBO. Let's see. WNBF. I'm not seeing anything on WNBF either. On the market. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Okay, drinking the morning coffee, my second cup. No, I'm not seeing anything on WNBF News Radio 1290. Okay, and let's go to channel 12. Channel 12. And oh, they have a trolley story. Let's bring this one up on channel 12. This is a second story on the trolley for Toys for Tots. So let's go ahead and bring this one up here as far as that goes. So there it is, and we'll get this going here. Let me drop my camera and maximize it and get it going.
City of Binghamton is bringing back a tradition that will help kids at this holiday season. On Saturday, December 20th, a Fill the Trolley event will be held at Rec Park on the city's west side. A trolley owned by Foment Installation will be parked there, and if you're interested, you can help out. Mayor Jared Cram says that it will be an event to look forward to for residents.
We'll have the carousel open for fun. We'll have other Christmas activities. It's our final holiday carousel rides of the season, and it's the time for the community to give back.
Last year, the community was able to help collect hundreds of toys through this initiative. This year, Broome County Toys for Tots is looking to help around 1,500 families. This will also mark the final holiday carousel ride event of the season.
And the trolley, they just indicated that's owned by the company that's advertised on.
Kids at this
on
holiday season.
Let's see. If I can get
December
that.
20th,
Let me see if I can find it here. Let's turn the volume down though. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's mute that. Let me see
season
the trolley.
20th, the trolley of the city's west owned station will be
There it
parked
is.
there, and if
right
you're
there on the advertisement, it
you
has
can
foam.
help out.
Let's see. Is it on the
Tradition that
beginning
Wilton
here?
is
Yeah,
bringing
there
back.
it is. Okay, it's at the
Wilton is
beginning.
bringing back. Wilton is bringing.
There it is. I guess they're the owner. That's a foam installation. Where's Tim Fanforty? Is Tim Fanforty still there? Hey, Tim, the foam installation company owns this trolley car. I guess they have it there. I don't know if Tim Fanforty's still there. I don't see anybody. Oh, we got two people on YouTube. He should be still on YouTube. Let's see. There's probably a Christmas show going on around town. Take. Okay, yeah, okay. That's a missus. We're talking about the trolley here. But Tim Fanforty, he's a contractor that does foam, so he'd probably. I just want him to see this foam installation. It's an insulation foam installation company that modified. It has a trolley. This is like the Binghamton trolley. I guess they use it for events and stuff. But this trolley is going to be used to fill it up with toys. The Binghamton Police Department is going to is sponsoring this for Toys for Tots, and like the articles, the young lady said there, that close to 1,500 families will be helped because of that. So I just think that's pretty cool. And then the inside of this is pretty neat too, as far as that goes. You
Look forward to for residents.
They got the old style.
We'll have the carousel.
Let's go
Jared
back
Cram
here.
says
The
that it
old
will be an
style,
event
just like a trolley. It's pretty
parked
neat.
there, and
There
if
it
you're
is, right there. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see what else we have on WBNG. I think there was another. Oh, Shop with Joy or Joey Brighton's Holidays. Who's Joey? Let's. Oh, that doesn't have a video. We're just looking at the videos here. Let's see. We do have the winter. It's not winter yet, but we do have a precaution being sent out by the state police here in New York State. And let's see. Big Juice is saying, drop the load off at your house, Rich, and you can deliver them one house. No, I don't think so, Big Juice. Let's see. This is State Police reminds drivers of winter. We're not in winter, but you still got to, with the snow that we've been getting here, winter safety precautions. If you're in an area where there's snow and all that, let's go ahead and show this one and see what they have to say. Oh, let me make sure it's unmuted.
Now that we're heading into winter, there is no time like the present to remind everyone the best ways to stay safe while driving in these coming months. New York State Police are doing all that they can to remind you that safety is more important than ever, because you're not only putting yourself at risk, but others in this potentially dangerous weather. We spoke with Trooper Aga Tinker, who says that if possible, you should stay home after a big snowstorm, and in the same vein, to never get behind the wheel if you are impaired.
It's a choice that you make to get behind the wheel. You want to make sure that if you have had something to drink or you're impaired, and that could be drugs, whether they're illegal drugs or even prescription drugs, please don't get behind the wheel.
She also recommends carrying food, water, and blanket in your car in case you get stuck somewhere in the cold.
And that is definitely one thing, because I am retired, that I don't have to worry about is get to the day job. And when you have conditions such as this, the last storm we had here, where it just dumped a half inch and stuff like that, is one of those things is I don't have to contend with the other people that are out there driving on road conditions that are very precarious. And there's always an incident, as far as sometimes I'll hear on the Route 86, used to be Route 17. It's Interstate 86 now. You'd have people, it's a straight stretch, but there's people inside. It's like they're just bewildered. They weren't paying attention or whatever. But you have to be careful when you have road conditions like this now, because it just causes too much havoc and injuries and stuff. And the cost to repair a car now is it's a little fortune there and stuff. So okay, so and we have that one for the state troopers. That's our public service announcement for the broadcast there. Let's see. Tina says, I never go out in the snow, but now oh yeah, with the dialysis, yeah, that's important. So just do it safely as far as that goes. I thought you had something you could do at home there with that, Tina. Or is that you don't have that? I had a neighbor that had that. One of the local farms here, the farmer, he passed away years back, but he was like I think you have to have some money to get one of those machines. Oh, it's not as good. Oh, really? Okay. So it's better to go into the hospital and stuff. Okay, gotcha. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I know I had a neighbor here, one of the neighboring farm. He's since passed. His son took over the farm. Well, owns the farm now. It's no longer a working dairy farm, but he's an outstanding person of the community here when he was alive, and I knew him quite well. But I knew him for a couple of years, and then somebody was telling me, yeah, he had some issues there, and he's on dialysis. And then I said, oh, he has to go to the hospital. I said, no, he has a machine. I said, he does. And it's like, wow. Let's see. I think so. Dialysis center is better. Okay. Well, you would know because you're using it, so that's good. It keeps you healthy, so that's good. I know that can be a pain in the ass and stuff like that. You got to go at regular intervals and stuff like that. So, okay, let's see what else we have on channel 12. I don't know what do we got for time here. Let me see. Oh, we're at 1:40. We got plenty of time. It's windy out there. You can see the wind blowing right there. Yeah, it's pushing pretty close to between 5 and 10 miles per hour right there. That's 10 miles an hour right there. So right now it's 37 degrees out. So with the wind chill factor, it's probably about 33, 34 with the wind there. Okay, let's see what else we got on channel 12. News. I think that's it for channel 12. Did the trolley. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to WAAL. That's the same as WNBF. No change. Same stories. Every once in a great while they'll have changed stories, and that's the same on KISS 104. Yeah, same stories. Let's go channel 34, Binghamton. What do we got here? What's this? I'm just checking this article here and stuff like that. So, okay. So let's see. Anything else on? Oh, I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything as far as. What's this? Nope, that's nothing. And nope, nothing on. I'm not seeing anything on channel. Okay, WENY out there in Elmira. What do we have out there? And I'm not seeing anything out there. Oh, what's this? Twin Tiers Community Orchestra hosts. No, we don't want the music there. So let's go back here and check latest videos. Well, here's an article. Buffalo Bills prepared to face Pittsburgh Steelers in week. Oh, that's week 13. Oh, that's old. That is old. Let me just check the main news page here locally. And again, I'm not seeing anything on WNBF's or WENY or WENY. So let's go to channel 18, which is out there in Elmira also. Oh, shoot. Oh, damn it. I screwed it up here. Hang on for a minute. I got to let's see. We got to go Penny Saver and My Twin Tiers. Let's see. My Twin Tiers. No, not seeing anything over there. And let's see the Penny Saver. I think there's something on the Penny Saver we can look at. And let's go to the Penny Saver. And this article, Tioga County Dominance continues with 5 state champions wins in 5 performances. So we talked about that, but this is in the Penny Saver. And let me bring this up. This is the Weagle Penny Saver right here. And let me go ahead and read this article here. This is that's the Tioga Center High School football team. And they won their state champion, Tioga. Let's see. That's the Weagle Penny Saver. And there it is, the Tioga Central dominance continues with 5 state champions winning 5. They've been there 5 years in like the last 6 or 7 years or something like that. But let's see what the article has to say here. After a 1-year hiatus, the Tioga Center dynasty in the NYSPHSAA Class D football is back in full force. The Tigers 42-31 victory over Tuckahoe last Friday afternoon in Syracuse Carrier Dome. In the Syracuse JMA Wireless Carrier Dome. They don't call it the Carrier Dome anymore. Okay, but it's the Dome. The Syracuse Dome is the program's 4th state championship in the last 5 years and 5th overall. So they've had last 5 years they've won 4 championships, but they had one prior to that. So they have a total of 5 state championships. When head coach Nick Aiello has led his 5 state champions-bound teams to Syracuse over his 16-year tenure as a Tioga County football coach, and has never lost inside the Dome. I think it's just takes a program, it takes a community, it takes a village, it takes a lot of tough kids, he said. He's a good coach. He is a very good coach. He's well liked in the community. Let me go ahead and bring this story up here. There's a picture of him with the I could just bring it. How come I'm not bringing up the article? Okay, there's a coach right there with his player. And what is it? The dominance that Tioga Central football has shown over the last decade and a half has go beyond the state level. More than a 5-0 record in the final weeks of the season. The Tigers have made it to the Section 4 championships 13 times and won it 12 times. That's the sections. Then they go to the states. Now they've won 5 state championships, but their section championships, they won 13. They're a perfect 12-0 in state quarterfinals. But the 5th state championship, Tigers team stands out in its own way. They were a team doubted that they didn't think they were going to make it. They weren't the team that they had been in 2021 to 2023. Three-peat core that made virtually every game uncompetitive. The group was one of that was unable to turn the 3-peat into a 4-peat. But they looked at last year's Section 4 champion heartbreak. A 21-20 overtime loss to Delhi ended a season full of injuries and inexperience, and used it to fuel this year. So they used last year's to fuel this year's season as far as that goes. So that's where if you're making mistakes, you look for next year, okay? And that's what football's all about. Let's see. There's nothing more motivating than a loss, the coach said. You end your season with a loss like that. As a coach, you can always say, this is why you lost. This is why you lost. This is why you lost. In the end, they needed to change their work ethic, but they answered the call. It didn't take much to do that. There was obvious fixes to get back to Friday's point of having a healthy Logan Bellis for the season. I think that's the running back. So, let's see. There's the team right there. And the Carrier, I still call it the Carrier Dome up there in Syracuse on that winning day. The senior running back, that's who we're talking about, Bellis, who was set to be the premier back as a junior before the season ended injury in the second quarter of the first game in 2024, came back and made his offense go with 2,266 yards in just 13 games. But more than the stats and results, Bellis was just one of 11 seniors who did not want the team to feel that pain again before they graduated. So they made it a point to win this year as far as that goes. And many of the seniors saw playing time or were at least with the team with Tioga Center had last won. So my hat's off. It continues on, but my hat's off to Tioga. This is a big deal here in the community as far as the team winning and stuff like that. So this is on the football or on the penny saver. And it's a talk of the town. We talked about this yesterday when I got a haircut, as far as that goes. And Big Juice trying to change the subject. What's my favorite Christmas? I don't have a Christmas. What's the one with Christmas movies? I'm not sure. Let me see. I think I'm going to go with tradition. I think it's what is it? The Miracle on 34th Street's a good one. I like that. That's an old classic one. Scrooge. I like that one. And besides the old ones, I don't know. I don't know. The new ones, I guess the new ones are too much like Hallmark. They're too much like a Hallmark movie. So I don't think I like the old one. I can't think of any. Let me see. I'm looking at a list of them to see which one have I seen. I don't think I've seen any of them. Maybe the updated Christmas Carol. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Die Hard. There you go. That's my Christmas. Oh, there we go. Die Hard. I forgot. That's a Christmas movie. Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie. There you go. I'm sticking with that one. I like the old ones. Miracle on Christmas Eve. I know, watch it every day. Yeah, I watch it too. Tina likes that one. Lots of laughs. Yeah, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I remember first watching it. I love Bruce Willis in those movies. Yeah, that movie is. I just think Bruce Willis is great in that movie and stuff, and he's not doing too well from what I've been hearing in the news. Let's see. Okay, so that's the penny saver. Let's see. WKGB. They have an article concerning was it the Reiner? Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner. I guess supposedly the son did it. He's facing two courts of first-degree murder. I guess he has a drug problem and stuff like that. That was in the news yesterday, but that's on WKGB. I'm not going to go into detail of that. So I guess he's going to be charged. He was charged yesterday. And Tina says, yes, what happened? Really? What, in the Reiner thing? I don't know. They're just charging him, okay? So I guess they're thinking that he's the one that did the stabbing of Rob Reiner and his wife. It was his son. And he has a history of drug. I think before he was 18, he was in rehab 30 some times or something like that. So that's out there in California. It's tragic, as far as that goes. So we won't know. Let's just say I watched the news. What do they call it? When they talk about what do they call those things when they get the press together? The news conference. Yeah, the news conference. They didn't say anything because they just hid behind. Oh, it's still investigated. It's still investigated. Well, why are you having the news conference if you're not saying what's going on? These news conferences, I think on these tragedies, they just get up there and they say, "Oh, they're patting everybody on the back and stuff." I mean, you got people dying and stuff. I don't want to hear it. It's one of those things. It's tragic. Rob Wine. What's his name here? I got to see his name to pronounce it right. Rob Reiner with an R. I loved him, and he was a great actor in All in the Family. He had some great movies and stuff. I didn't agree with what he said politically and stuff like that, but I didn't want him. There's some people say, "Oh, good riddance." No, I don't think that. It's a tragedy, real tragedy, when you're supposedly okay. You're innocent till proven guilty, but I think that they found blood on him and all that. So I don't know what the real story is, Tina. It'll all come out in the courts as far as that goes. And the only thing is, they said during the news conference or press conference, that's what it is, in Los Angeles, that he may face the death penalty, but he's facing Nick Reiner, the son, facing 2 counts of first-degree murder, a special circumstance enhancement for multiple victims, a special alleged allegation of using a deadly weapon, which was obviously a knife because it was stabbing. So, but he hasn't appeared in front of a court yet, but charges could be modified and stuff like that. The charges carry a maximum sentence of life in prison without possible parole or potential capital punishment. I don't think they had. I didn't think they had capital punishment out in California. So, so that's where we're at. You'd have to watch the news, and you'll probably know more than I do. Okay, because unless it pops up, I'm not going to be following this. It's another murder case, a high profile, and so the emphasis will be on that. And but we have people in cities that are being killed every day, but it's just ridiculous. Okay, let's see. That was on KGB. Let's see. Kiss 102, nothing going on there. Let's see. Not seeing anything on the Buffalo's #1 for country. 106.5 WYRK. There's nothing there. No articles there, and there's nothing really on the Power 93.7. And anything over on WGR 550. That's the official radio station. Radio station for the Buffalo Bills, and I think also for the Sabres. Yeah, that's the Sabres. There's nothing really on there. Let's see. Matt picks. Okay, they're picking hopefully who did the. Let's see. Big Juice is stuck on the movies. Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's okay. It was okay. It had the same flavor as a Hallmark movie. Okay, I don't really care for Hallmark movies. Now, Die Hard, that was not a Hallmark movie. That's my Christmas. I'm sticking to that one. Miracle on 34th Street was, I think, a good one. I like old black and white movies. They're pretty good. What's the other one there? They play all the time on TV. What is that one? That's the other one that I like. Let's see. The #1. What's the best Christmas? Oh, It's a Wonderful Life. I like that one too. It's a Wonderful Life. That's a good movie with Jimmy Stewart. I love Jimmy Stewart. So those are the two classic. It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 32nd Street, and Die Hard. Those are the 3. I gave you 3, Big Juice. Okay, so I think that answered that question. I don't care for Hallmark movies. Yeah, they're. I don't know. Once in a great while, I'll watch one, but they're too sappy. It's almost the same plot. I guess they had a Hallmark movie made up in Buffalo, New York here recently. Supposedly, the missus watches Hallmark movies. She likes them. Okay, let's see. Nothing on Kiss 102. Let's see. 1440. What's on there? I've been looking at this, Tina, but 14. It's an okay page, but there's nothing really that's on here that I can really present here as far as current event. It's a pretty good page. I look at it. I'll mention it here if I see something. Like right now, they got Colorado River Dilemma, Jane Austen, and Grandma Wizard. So what the hell's that? Read today's edition. What's in today's edition? What do they have? Colorado River Condimum. No, There's nothing there. I'm not going to read that. That's nothing. Okay, I think we're pretty much at the end. Big Juice says my mom gets stuck on Hallmark. Forget about it. She's in her bedroom all day long. Yeah, that's the case with people that really like it. I notice now you have to hit the further information. Let me see. Let me check that now that you said that, because I have further information. Where's the further information? Where's further information on the main page? You didn't read my question. What question was that, Big Joe? I've read them all. What the hell? Let me see. Okay, I'll check on 1440 in a minute here. Big Juice says I didn't read his question. What was your question? I put the comment, your mom. I don't care for Hallmark. Oh, I was going to ask you. Oh, okay, this question. I was going to ask you that question, Rich. If Die Hard was considered. Yes, it is. I've always considered it takes place during Christmas. That's a Christmas story. Granted, there's people that get shot and stuff like that, but oh, there's one other movie that's a Christmas movie. What is it? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I got one more for you, Big Juice. We're talking about Christmas movies. Let me see if I can find it before I say it. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me see if I can find this movie here. I'm looking for it. What the hell is this movie? I'm trying to look for it here. Eddie Murphy's movies. It's an Eddie Murphy movie. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Let's see. That's e-paper. Hey, Lady Liberty is here. Liberty. And she says, good morning to the missus. Thank you. Love the snowman. The snowmen are good. Hope all is well. As far as that goes up there in the Buffalo, Niagara area. And the best to your family. Glad to have you here. And Tina saying good morning to Liberty. And what did Tina say? In the A-part, when you read it, they have at the end here, use push. Okay, I'll have to look at that as far as that goes. And there's yes, it's Christmas time. I'm looking up a fourth movie here that I like. Oh, this one goes back a ways too. This is probably one of the 80. This is before Trading Places. That's the other Christmas. That's the other Christmas. Because Dan Aykroyd, he gets dressed up in the Christmas suit. I love that part in Trading Places. That would be a fourth one that I say is a Christmas movie. Big Juice. Let's see, Liberty. She's doing the Santa. She's saying hi to everybody. She's doing the Santa again, a third time, a fourth time. And then we got, she's saying hello to all the Twitches. And then we got Jerry, first time chatter here, or what? Jerry coming in on Twitch side here, coming in. Who is Jerry? Let's see. Who's Jerry? Is Jerry a first time? I don't see. I saw Jerry. Jerry is showing up. Let's see. Big Juice says trains, planes, and automobile. That's more a Thanksgiving movie, but still around the holiday. Yeah, there we go. It's a holiday one. And Tina's saying good morning to Jerry. But I don't see Jerry on the Twitch comments, but I see him in my in the thing here. Let me check something. Let me check the Twitch here. How come I'm not seeing Jerry's comments here? Oh, there he is. Jerry. Who is Jerry? Let's see. Jerry. Oh, he's been around. Jerry RG12. I could see in the stream manager here. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? Let me see your page here. Let's see, Jerry, he has 3 followers, so he's just a viewer. Okay. How you doing, Jerry? Good to see you. And you've been here before, but I see you in the stream manager for Twitch, but I don't see you on the other pages here. Oh, you're there. You're there. Okay, you're in the... How come it's not coming up? Probably because oh, there he is. Good morning, Tina. Okay, now I'm seeing your comment. Okay. Been here a couple times. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing maybe it just okay, they clicked in. It just took a little bit. I did see it. I saw it on the Rumble, but good. I know you've been because you're not a first-time chatter, Jerry. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate. Hope all is well with you. She's saying Jerry's saying good morning to Tina. And Big Juice says, hey, Jerry, made it. Welcome home. Jerry, grab a beer. Yeah, that's Big Juice. And Tina says he's been since 2001. He follows. Okay, yeah, okay, you're following me, Jerry. I thought because it showed up on the Rumble management page, but it took a little bit. It's in now, so it's good. It just took a little bit. But welcome to the broadcast here, as well as Liberty there. Okay, we're at 2 hours here, and I'm just mumbling now because there's no more articles here, so we're all done. I'm gonna go for a walk. I haven't had a walk in 2 days. I gotta go out and get a walk in today, this morning, folks. As far as that goes, to see and such. And let's see. Jerry says. No, it's all good. Okay, yeah. And last time I come here, it was 4 months ago. Okay, maybe it just takes a while for the click in because I saw it here on the Rumble stream manager. You know, it consolidates all the things that popped up here, but I didn't see it on my Surface 3, which I'm monitoring Twitch as far as that goes. And let's see, 4 months. And Jerry, how's things been? Oh, things have been going good. No problem. No issues. Everything's great. Things are going good. And Liberty says up there in the Buffalo Niagara area, it's currently 37. It was when we started the broadcast, Liberty, it was 35. So we're supposed to get a high of. It's going to be warm. We're supposed to be warm tomorrow, but we're supposed to get some rain. So we'll probably melt all the snow that we had here. So yeah, we're supposed to get up to a high of 45 today, but you're at 40 already up in Buffalo. Wow. Okay, Tina, we'll see you. Rich, you were more around when John Candy was. Oh yeah, I remember. What did you think about? I love John Candy. He was a funny guy. I used to watch him on Saturday Night Live. When I used to watch Saturday Night Live, I that's back in the day when I still watched it. I don't watch it now. I watched it back when Dan Aykroyd and the whole gang, John Candy was one of them. Eddie Murphy, I remember him on Saturday Night Live. That's when Saturday Night Live was good, not the crap that they put out nowadays. I don't really care for him. So John Candy, God bless him. Godspeed. He was a great guy. He died too soon. He's every movie of John Candy's is funny. Every movie. And he was a great comedian. and I loved him. He was great. He had I loved him in Stripes with Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray. Or no, was Dan Aykroyd in that movie too? I think so. Yeah, Dan Aykroyd. Or was it Bill Murray? Bill Murray. He was in Stripes. I loved him in Stripes as far as that goes. And yeah, we talked about that earlier, Jerry. Okay, I guess his son was charged yesterday, and I don't get too much into that news. It's tragic that it happened. Rob Reiner, he was great with All in the Family, great producer, great director. Myself personally, I didn't agree with him politically. Okay, I'll be straight with that, but it's tragedy. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. That's a tragedy. You know, your own kid kills you. There's something wrong with the kid. If that's the case, they charged him with 2 counts of first-degree murder. So he's looking at life. And they said something on the press conference yesterday, possible death sentence. I thought California didn't have a death sentence, but evidently, I guess under certain special circumstances, they do. So that's going to be an ongoing thing here. I don't think the court case is going to come anytime quick. So but we'll see what happens. I don't try to get into that. You know, when we went through the O.J. Simpson, it's just like, I don't want to get involved in that. Yeah, his son, I guess the son had problems, probably murdered his parents thinking he was going. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, that could be the case. You know, it's a tragedy. And that's saying it mild. You know, it's just something that shouldn't have happened. Like I said, I had disagreements with Rob Reiner, but I don't wish anybody dead. The only people I wish dead are terrorists that kill other people. I don't have any sympathy at all. If you just without blinking your eye, you freaking take somebody's life. That's not good. Okay, it looks like we're at the end here as far as that goes. We're finishing up here on the broadcast. We got 2 people on Rumble, 1 person on local, 1 person on YouTube, 7 people here on the Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. Freaking rocking there. And we have nobody over on the Facebook. We have 6 people on X Live, and over on Kick. What do we have over on Kick here? I'll move that over here. We have 3 people on Kick now? Check that out. Wow, 3 people. And we have a comment. Hey, homie, I share your streaming Kick community to help. Oh, okay. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so there, Sammy. Just, I don't solicit. Thank you, Sammy, but no, thanks. I have a Discord, but it's very, very private. I don't open my Discord to. I don't know you, so that's just the way I roll, man. But I appreciate your view on we got 3 people over there on Kick, and I don't like soliciting them on my streams either. Okay, so they automatically get taken down. So, and that's the first time I had it over on Kick. I'm not looking for mega viewers either. So, thank you, but no thanks. Okay, we're going to go ahead and end it here, folks. I'm going to get my day started here, get some breakfast, and see what's going on here, and let's see. We're going to go right there, and let's make sure this is on that particular screen there. So I am Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich is on X, as you can see down below. That's my mainstay where I post on. Okay, Big Juice, where I post on these social media feeds. I want to say thank you for the people that were in the chat here on Rumble, where it's at Fireman Rich on Rumble, but this is at Fireman Rich Broadcast, where we repurpose this audio-wise over there on Spotify for creators. But thank you, Tony D. And Jerry, all right, man, have a nice day. You too, Jerry. See ya. Thank you for stopping in. Don't be a stranger, my friend. But thank you, Tony D., who is here from Warner Robins, Georgia. Thank you, Tina, who came back. She's here this morning and went and left and came back. Thank you, Tina, there, coming in from Central New Jersey. And Double J's, our individual that's at an undisclosed location in the Southern Hemisphere. Thank you. And Big Juice says, yeah, come back again, Jerry. We raise hell with Rich. Good times, yeah. And Liberty says, have a great day, everyone. Take care and be safe. Thank you, Liberty. And going to continue on the list, we had, let's see, I think Double J's, and then we had Tim Fan40 coming in from Michigan. Thank you, Tim Fan40. Be safe out there, our resident contractor. And then after that, I think we had the reappearance of, we had Big Juice. Thank you, Big Juice. You were here. Appreciate it. And then I think it was right after that, we had Captain Rehab made so he says everything. He's just been busy. That's good to hear, Captain Rehab. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Popping in and stuff like that. And then who else did we have going down the list? I got to thank the people in the chat because they took a little more time to go ahead and type in something. Liberty was here from the Buffalo Niagara area. She just said, "Have a great day, everyone, and take care and be safe." Yes, thank you very much, Liberty. Greatly appreciated. And of course, we had Jerry _RG_12. Thank you, Jerry. He's been here before, and I believe that is it. Big Juice bringing up the end there. And saying to Jerry, you can always come back, Jerry. We raise hell with Rich. Good. Yeah, you try to raise hell there, Big Juice. What are you talking about, Steve? And then Liberty finished it out with, yeah, I'll have a great day. Take care. Okay. So I want to say thank you for everybody that was in the chat. Thank you to everybody that was watching and just sat back and stuff. Greatly appreciate it across all the platforms, the network of 7 channels that we have here on the Fireman Rich broadcast of the Wednesday morning coffee. And thank you for those people that are listening onto the audio. We repurpose the audio, like I said, over on Spotify for Creators, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. And all those other platforms I'm on, that I post on, you can Google at Fireman Rich. Try it. Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where I'm at. They have a nice little bio on there. I thought was pretty cool. All right, folks, that's it for now. Like I said, we're going to go out and we'll get a little breakfast and then go out for a walk here. And with that, you all have a great one. And again, thank you very much from the heart being here. And I really appreciate it. We'll be back Friday for the Friday morning coffee. Tomorrow will be an audio podcast. Tomorrow is a week before Christmas. So we're on the final week going into Christmas. And we'll be talking about that. So with that, you all have a good one wherever you may be. Rich Roberts, wishing you well. We are out of here. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Great show. Thanks again.